Hey, Mike Callahan back again with a pro tip how to automate your 9 around marketing via the computer. So, the first thing you want to look at here is go to CRM, the drop down menu, and hit settings. Go to client source, and you're going to want to create a lead source for your 9 arounds you're developing through the computer. So, hit add source, type in 9 arounds via computer or via pro mapping. I've already done that here is 9 arounds via the computer. So I've already tracked this. Next step is to go to CRM clients. And you're going to want to go in here and select all your lawn mowing or all your fertilizing or all your residential home cleaning, whatever the service may be, you want to build a 9 around around. So once this loads, I'll show you. You want to go in here and select either by crew with the service or the tag. Ideally, you should have everything tagged for services, so contains one or more tags equal to, and you may tags maybe by year or service. So for instance, if we had a 2016 residential lawn mowing or residential fall cleanup, so we could select lawn mowing or we could select fall cleanup or spring cleanup. So depending on the service, not only for mowing and fertilizing, but you could also build density around your add-on services as well to build density into those routes. So for the time's sake, I'm just going to use this existing list I got here. But for instance, if we did hit search and we got all our lawn mowing customers, this would be the list for it. We'll go up here and hit show map. And this map is going to drop pinpoints where all our customers are for that exact service. So what we do internally is go to each one of these and build a 9 around each one specifically. So we're just going to grab this one here as an example, and we're going to zoom in on it. Now you want to zoom in enough to where you can actually see the homes. I'd suggest clicking satellite so you can actually see the homes. And you're going to want to go 2 homes to the left and to the right. So right click, and it's going to grab that house and drop over here the address. Now, as you do this, it will zoom out historically, so just be aware of that. Make sure you zoom back into the appropriate house. And we're going to do another 2 here to each side. Now, occasionally you're going to run into this. So this house here, as we click on it, nothing's coming up. The GPS location, the pin for this location is not correct. And you can see this if you go out front and click on it and get it to click. Sometimes you can't even get it to click, but if you can zoom in far enough in front of it and get it to click here, if you look over, this data is not correct. It's 81 through 93, but obviously this is a single home. So you need to use your judgment on it, but I would suggest deleting or unselecting that location because it's not a proper address and go to one more house to the left here. So we've got 2 there. And we're going to need to grab the ones across the street to get a total of 9 homes. So we're going to go over here and click this one. The next one across. So we've got a total of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you'll see 9 pins here. There's a total of 10 because we deselected the one that has bad data. So after you get this list, go through, make sure your data appears correct. And now we've built a 9 around via the computer and not having to go out in the field to have a manual task for a fertilization or a lawn mowing crew or a cleaning crew to drop 9 flyers or door hangers around this property. So by not relying on our field labor to do this, we've automated the process and allowed the timing of it to happen when we feel fit, when the weather or the timing is necessary. So next step here is to hit create leads. You're going to type in, for instance, if this was Mow Crew 1 Monday, and it could be Mow Crew 1 Mondays 9 arounds via computer. So now we know where these came from, and we could do all the lawns on Mondays Mow Crew number 1, and then we would go in here and add the tag 9 around via computer. So now we've tagged all these leads so we know where the lead source is. So if they do convert into a customer, we know where they came from. We can track the expense and time associated with building this list. And at the end of our marketing season, we can go back and track the ROI and cost per acquired customer to see if this is a profitable way of generating new customers and building density in our routes. So I've already got this list built internally, so I'm not going to save it. So I'm going to hit cancel, but you would hit save, and this will be saved under your save search. You can pull this up under save searches and export this into an Excel sheet and do a mailing where the properties would merge into a Word document for a mailing through the U.S. Postal Service. So this is my spin and a pro tip how to create a 9-around via the computer and not have to rely on your field labor to do it. So this way you're making sure it happens every time and the mailing is done to the customer and they actually get it since it's done through the U.S. Postal Service. Another pro tip is most people consider this a 9-around. Internally, in our place of business, we like to do a 12-around. So we'll grab 3 homes to the right and left here. So we'd probably click this one here, this home here, and we'd probably grab this guy here. So we'd do probably 3 on 3 each side and then 6 across the street. That way we're building some more density. It's really not a time constraint because we don't have a crew on site dropping door hangers. So to click an extra couple houses and build that database even more is a major return on investment. So if you have any questions on how we did this, feel free to drop us a comment, or if you did like this and you want us to show you some more pro tips to execute within Service Autopilot and the Pro Mapping feature, I'd be happy to do that too. So until next week, this is our pro tip and implementation for Service Autopilot and the Pro Mapping feature. And please, leave a comment if this is something you like, or if you have any other topics you'd like me to explain for next week's post.